Hi, thanks for joining. I am Matthew Tingy and I am the Head of Business Development here at LoginMelon in the UK. For those of you that don't know, LoginMelon is a job distribution platform and recruitment software. It will take candidates from, users rather, from the point of advertising right the way through the recruitment journey, through to onboarding and many other things in between. Fingers crossed, over the course of this next 20 minutes, there will be no Amazon or Royal Mail deliveries and I won't have to suddenly disappear and leave you with a nice shot of my bedroom. And over that period, maybe I can show you my tips for avoiding high churn and poor retention. What I want to do is try and take you on a brief tour of the archives of recruitment and advertising. And talent attraction strategies. There's a number of lessons from my time at LoginMelon and my observations, if you like, that I think we can learn from, or at least reaffirm to ourselves that we're doing the right things. So we're all used to hearing phrases like the war on talent, the run for talent, and there have been more jobs than candidates in many cases over the last few years, and it's been hard to find good people. But now, in the midst of COVID, with there being far more job seekers on the market than you're used to, you could be forgiven for thinking it'll be easier finding great talent than you've had it in the past. But maybe now more than ever, candidates want to make the right choice for their future and make sure they're not going to end up on the redundancy pile, pretty quickly. So here's a few examples as to best practice to reduce candidate churn and improve retention. Lesson number one. You'd think it's obvious, right? Attracting top talent is done by communicating what we all want to in a new job. Finding ways to authentically express things through video, robust career pages, and personal communications from senior leaders will all resonate with candidates and impress upon them before they choose to hit the application button. Here's a warts and all example of how to be honest about a job. They're really clear about what it is applicants can expect, but they're also really clear on why it's a great opportunity for someone wanting a career in an agency working with top brands. Maybe it's a little blunt for most people, but it certainly gets the point across in a very honest way. Lesson two. This probably feels like common sense, but we were shifting into an era where the traditional office environment and compensation models were no longer as appealing as they used to be. And certainly COVID has accelerated this even further and maybe even shifted people's perceptions as to what's important even more. Showing candidates that you value a work-life balance and individuality, whether there's the option to work some days from home or allowing employees to move about an open office environment and give them some flexibility. These are all really important messages that candidates will want to see when making a decision as to whether you're the right organisation for them. Companies that have been doing this well have included Wagamama, the AA, and the British Army. Lesson three. Your business leaders and teammates can have a significantly stronger impact on your ability to attract top talent than you might think. The opportunity to create talent ambassador LinkedIn profiles that asks really strong candidates to be reached out to by those ambassadors and talk to them about the opportunities of the organisation is a really valuable and perhaps underutilised opportunity. Taking time to conduct reviews on platforms like Glassdoor and LinkedIn and helping generate content that is rich in your organisation's culture will really carry over when you're trying to attract talent too. Like I say, checking your Indeed and NPS and any other referral sites regularly will ensure that your reputation is up there with your expectations and that you've got the brand ambassadors within to convey that message. But don't try to control their voice. because it will come across as contrived and probably not as beneficial as it could be. If you want to stand out from your competitors when you're seeking top talent, you must be able to articulate and share how the employee value proposition is lived out every single day and in every part of the organization. The vision, the mission of the organization. I mean, just as an organization has a brand and a strategy for its customers and the work that goes into delivering that, there needs to be an employee brand that can effectively be communicated to demonstrate the employee experience and sell life with you. Here's an example of an advert for a pizza shop in a student town. Just in case you're wondering, they are after very clearly someone who is committed, can see the value in the service they provide to the community, and someone who's looking to develop their skill set. If you want to apply for Vinny, I've got his details later. How well do you know your target audience? As a salesperson of 20 years, recruiting is selling. So identifying your target audience and understanding your organization's selling points is hugely important if you're going to sell your business to them. Knowing what do you have to offer and who would benefit from that will allow you to place your company brand in the center of your target audience. And again, really tailor your message to make sure that it resonates with them before they apply. Advertise your organization's culture and echo your talent's needs, skills and attitudes as it relates to your brand. In this example, simple but really effective over the years, this is an example of someone trying to attract computer engineers, using techniques and channels that engage with your target audience that aren't always the orthodox job board media and pay-per-click options, will allow you to see a real diversity and quality of applicants arrive in your inbox or your ATS. It's been said many times, recruitment is selling and candidates are your customers. And I genuinely believe that treating candidates like customers is a hugely important part of the recruitment process. Think about what your last experience of buying a product online looked like. Chances are it was, for the most part, pretty quick and painless. So think about now the experience that you are giving to your applicants when you're asking them to apply. Are you asking them to complete a huge registration or application form before doing so? According to Indeed, 80% of job searches are carried out on a mobile device. So is your mobile process application process mobile friendly? With 80% of mobile applications coming via the mobile, when you're redirecting candidates to an ATS or to an alternative application page to apply, this can make your campaign 4 times more expensive than it needs to be. I am not for 1 second suggesting that you shouldn't collect data, and I am certainly not suggesting that an application process that involves applying via a website so candidates can see what you're all about is a bad idea. However, really think about the way in which you collect your information and whether you need to redirect candidates at that point. Dependent upon which job board you ask, candidate drop-off rates run between 75 and 85%. So if you don't use any tech, is there anything out there that can make your life easier, can improve that application process? And if you already use tech, does the way it's been designed work with you or against you? Some of the most comprehensive recruitment systems in the market can have a fairly average application process, which will see candidates leak through your recruitment process like a sieve. If you speak to job boards or indeed your recruitment software providers, they can help you understand your attrition rates too. For example, CV Library would suggest at least a 10% conversion on applications to the number of views. So a quick call with your media provider would really be able to tell you if it's your copy that's uninspiring and losing candidates, or if it's the application process letting you down. When you truly care for your employees, they will care for one another. Your customers and the community and your goal of reduced churn will begin to take effect. If you can go beyond amazing benefits, foster a workplace that thrives on trust and respect for all individuals, and protect that culture every day, word will get out. Your people are going to talk, your referral processes will work, and they'll refer like-minded, talented people who believe in your culture and your mission. And most importantly, these often represent people that are more likely to stay with you for the long term. Sorry. Social media is a massive opportunity, and organisations have now, through Facebook, LinkedIn and others, such an opportunity to be visible to many more people than ever before. Candidates are doing their research prior to accepting interviews, and often spending up to 2 hours researching their prospective employer. They want to know what your current employees are saying. They want to see unbiased, independent opinions as what it's like to work for you. So branding your pages with more employee-related events, taking control of your company's image and becoming a people-focused employer will automatically aid your ability to attract top talent, and certainly allow people to come into an application process with their eyes open as much as they possibly can be. My last lesson, lesson 9, is authenticity. Please don't put on a show to snag a candidate. We've all seen jobs that are overly wordy and often just don't make sense. Please convey the day-to-day experience. I appreciate it becomes much harder the bigger an organisation is, as the culture is different from one site to another. But it's critical that the candidate knows exactly what he or she is walking into and can make a smart decision about their future. The only way to know if it is a fit for both parties is if they have both eyes open and they have clarity on the opportunity. If you're not authentic, they will find you out, they will move on, and you will be recruiting again. Thank you so much for listening. I have just a summary of the points we discussed here. Otherwise, my email address is here, my telephone number is here, and it's been really nice speaking to you. Thanks very much.